guys, today we are going to unbox my modded Cruel Wolf Wolverine. As you can recall, I did buy the prototype for the Cruel Wolf Wolverine that was painted by Solyu, the scammer. So this is the production unit that I had modded. So we are going to unbox it, check it out, and see what it looks like now. I did see some photos and it kind of looked funny. So you might think that it's funny as well. So I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do with this, but hopefully it looks good enough. So we have the art box, just Wolverine here with a portrait. Here's a 360 of that, and this is what it looks like at the top. Just says Cruel Wolf quarter scale statue. Okay, we have the usual black foam Velcro straps. Okay. This should be a quick unboxing because there's not a lot of parts. Let's find the base first. Oh, so the body and the base is here. I'm not sure if he... Oh yeah, he did repaint the base. Originally, the prototype, the base was wet, kind of like this. However, the production unit doesn't have those wet effects, so I told him to add them in. There are a lot of very small foams. So we have Wolverine here, different blue used now. Not sure if the yellow is the same. I think the changes are very subtle. It's the manual sculpt that's, I think, more significant. Moving on to the first layer. Oh, we have the wood thing for the base. I think the wood is much more red now than it was before. We have one of its left hands, or I believe I only sent him one. So the blue is definitely much different from the original one. I could actually see the original Cruel Wolf from here. Okay, now it's time for the right hand that threaded through the plastic. I mean, sliced through the plastic. I'm not sure if he changed this, but this is the original, what do you call this, left arm. We're not gonna use this yet, just yet. And here is the another original right arm. And now we have the funny one. We have the modified left arm. This was supposed to look like the first appearance costume of Wolverine, and his shoulder pads is much smaller there. So it looks like that now. Yeah, it's definitely quite cute. I don't know what I feel about it yet. So here is the right arm. Everything is manually sculpted, obviously. What else is here? We have a closed fist left hand. I don't think I'd be using this, but let's just take it out. Oh, the modified portrait is here. Moment of truth. Originally, one of its mask portrait has a very small cowl, so I think we could actually change that to make it look like the first appearance Wolverine. And honestly, I think it kind of looks okay. It does look weird on the side. The neck is very long, but the original Wolf Killer also has that problem. So now we have two versions of this Wolverine, since this is the original portrait. So if we could still use this, and then we could use the original hands, arms for him, which has the bigger shoulder pad. But my prototype already looks like that, so definitely we're going to use the smaller one. Okay, so my main opinion on the sculpt of this Cruel Wolf still remains the same. This one is still inferior from the OG Wolf Killer Wolverine that was sculpted by Eric Sosa. But the sculpt on this one is already good enough for its price. So the main modification done to this is the portrait, the shoulder pads, and the repaint. The concept I'm going for is to convert my original Cruel Wolf Wolverine to his first appearance costume. Since I already have two yellow Cruel Wolves, one is professionally painted by Sol Yu. It is the actual prototype for this project. This one, on the other hand, is a production unit which I have on pre-order back then. Since I wanted both of them to coexist, I decided to have this one modified. And now that I have the OG Wolf Killer, I'm thinking I should sell the prototype since I don't need two yellow Wolverines. So now Wolverine has a shorter shoulder pad since this statue came with two sets of arms. One of them doesn't have any shoulder pads. It was a great opportunity for this modification. Next is the portrait. One of its portrait has a shorter cowl, so that's the one we used to do a modification on. Actually, now it kind of looks like he doesn't have a cowl since it's pretty close to his head. I think it was a bit farther from his head, it would have looked better. Also, he missed to add the whiskers on there. I think there are no more space for the whiskers. Anyway, I can live with that. Now, going to the paint, the prototype originally had wet type of base, so I had that duplicated here. So now it has the wet effect on the base and the wood actually looks more red now than it was before where it was brown. Wolverine also now has a more vibrant yellow, I believe, and a different tone of blue. I want to say it's more like sky blue now. Besides that, everything remains the same. I will rate what the painter did a 9. Very nice portrait conversion as well as the shoulder pads. They honestly look stock to me and they could have actually made this switch out to begin with. Anyway, the 9 is not the rate of the whole statue overall, just the mods the painter did. If I was to rate this statue, I'd say it's more like a 7. I'm still quite annoyed on how long his neck is. Anyway, that's the end of the video. You can check out my original unboxing and review of this statue right here. This is Carl and see you in the next one.